Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, going through a series of video presentations for the Rankin Technical College AWD Application and Web Development 1111 .NET Framework with Web Databases class. The main textbook for the class is ASP.NET MVC with Entity Framework and CSS by Lee Naylor. I have made the decision to first go through the majority of Professional ASP.NET MVC5 by John Galloway of Microsoft and others, and that is basically based off of much of it the MvcMusicStore Music Store. Well, I'm in Part 8 and I had problems. So I went back, removed the entire shopping cart class, the shopping cart controller class, and grabbed every bit of it, I mean every single line, copied it in. And I'm not sure if it'll work now or not. But I'm going to try it again. So after doing that, let's see. I want to come in here again, click on this, right mouse click, add view. It'll be called index. You know the drill by now. So I went back and repeated the code, the steps on pages 13, 14, and 15. Well, I'm getting a different error now. Unable to retrieve metadata. One or more of the following validation errors. I've gotten this before. Son of a gun. The only other thing I can think of doing right here, because I'm stuck, is to change this to empty without model, which means I don't have a data context. All right. But it did allow me to create it. Now, it did allow me to do this. So, the author does say in here, now I'm circumventing what I'm probably supposed to be doing. So I changed this in here. So I had the index, but I had no model class. All right. It says instead of using an HTML.action link to remove items, we'll use jQuery to wire up the click event. Rather than posting the form, this click event handler will just make an AJAX. Remember, AJAX is asynchronous JavaScript and XML. And the idea behind AJAX is that you can do a partial page refresh. All right. Rather than posting the form, this click event handler will just make an AJAX callback to our remove from cart controller action. The remove from cart returns a JSON serialized result, which our jQuery callback then parses and performs 4 quick updates. It removes the deleted item, updates the count, displays the message, and updates the price. Since the remove scenario is being handled by an AJAX callback within the index view, we don't need an additional view for the remove from cart action. So here is the complete code for the shopping cart index view. So again, I'm going to try to copy the entire thing. And that is in the book on page, or our handout, on page 17, 18, and the first half of page 19. So let's copy this, go back to here, remove everything that's in there and paste that in. Now it's looking here like I've got a couple errors, which typically, again, it's probably this. All right. There. Okay. In order to test this out, we need to be able to add items to our shopping cart. We'll update the store details view to include an add to cart button. While we're at it, we can include some of the album additional information which we've added since we last updated this view, that being genre, artist, price, and album art. The updated store details code appears as shown below. So I believe this is the store detail view right here. All right. And it's the code that's on page 19 and 20 in the book. So what I'm going to do, as I have been doing, is come back, come back here, updated store details view code. So I'm going to grab all of it. Again, this is on page 19. And the top of page 20. So let's copy that to the clipboard, go back to here, paste that in. Now again, it looks like I'm getting a couple errors. Hopefully again it's this problem where it breaks strings up over multiple lines. That's what it looks like it is. Alright, now we can click through the store and test adding and removing albums to and from our shopping cart. So let's rebuild the solution. Hopefully I'm not going to get any errors here. Let's run it again. And the author wants us to go to the store, not to the details, so I'll wait till that comes up. So that could be, and I'm going to get that error period, but let's double check. All right. Well, we've seen this error before. Invalid operation was unhandled by user code. I've had this same doggone error before. That's what I want. View details. We can try taking a look. The model backing context has changed since the database was created. All right, consider using a code first migration to upgrade. Not a problem. Let's try that before we do anything. All right, so let's stop the run. Go back to our package manager, which hopefully is open in here someplace. There it is. All right. Add migration update database. All right, let's try it again then. Now this is a problem. There's 30, so it's going through this 3 times. All right, so that's definitely a problem. Something we'll have to look at least eventually. Alright. Doggone it. Sequence contains more than one element. Invalid operation exception was unhandled by user code. It is building successfully. Like I said, this is a big error here. That's there. You can jump back home. Store Manager looks like it still works. We can edit. We can do our details. We can do a delete. That all works. So all the stuff from the last chapter works. That's good news. All right. Well, that actually looks good. Add that to our cart. Okay, we've got a cart. All right, remove that from the cart. That's good. Checkout. Well, we haven't done that yet. That's in the next chapter. So you know how it works. No, we don't want to do that. Like I said, this has got to be fixed. This is wrong because it's repeating. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. That's all that should be in there. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, my guess is that part of that is based on the problem that I ran into before. So again, I can come in here and I can go to store and I can go to details. Let's go to 5, it's fine. All right. In fact, they have here, they did their browse, but I don't think that worked. Browse, question mark, genre, equals disco. Okay, that's when I get this error. Sequence contains more than one element. Well, actually, it should. Retrieve genre and its associated albums. An unhandled exception occurred here. Please review the stack trace for more information. Well, start to look through the stack trace, and I got to look through here to see, what kind of problems we ran into. Now, good news, if you call it that, is we can now go to a details page and look like I could go in and I could add information to the shopping cart as is shown on pages 22 and 23. And I could do the remove as is shown on page 24. So we built out a shopping cart which allows unregistered users to add items to their cart. In Chapter 9, we'll allow them to register and complete the checkout process. So the problem with this is, in its current form, I'm going to grab everything that's in here, copy it to the clipboard. I do this a lot, and I'm just going to throw it in here so I can look through it. All right. It says it's in my store controller file on line 27, which of course is that line. Now, when I go back here and I look, and I jump back to line 27 in the store controller, there it is. var genre model equals storedb.genres.include albums .single .name etc. All right. So as it says, what that is supposed to be doing is it's supposed to be running this lambda. I don't think there's an error in the store controller. Shopping cart controller. So it is my responsibility, before I start Chapter 9, to go back and take a look and see where I added the shopping cart controller. Which was somewhere in here. Part 2 controllers, I don't know. There was the store controller. Should have been added as an empty controller with nothing, and I believe it was. Okay, this was so long ago, but it has been working okay as we've been going along. Alright, I don't want to go back and remove that and add everything again. I just think that's counterproductive. So, I'm at 19 minutes. I'm not saying I'm done with Chapter 8 here. Alright, because as you know, it's not totally working. Alright, but I am going to go back and take a look at it, hopefully be able to come up with some kind of a fix or some kind of a solution to the problem I'm having.